Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel, Whispers of Turkish Stars. All the details are in my video. If you like it, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can support me even more by clicking the join button below. Thank you, and let's watch my video. The Turkish entertainment world trembled again today. Just when it felt like the noise had faded, a single post from Yağmur Yüksel stirred the quiet like a stone thrown into a lake at midnight. It was short, unadorned, but heavy as truth. And from that moment, nothing was the same. Social media buzzed, headlines multiplied, and the audience split into camps with the swiftness of a summer storm. Her line seemed harmless at first glance, yet it cut sharp. Real love doesn't need parade lights, it proves itself in what you live together. The words sat beneath a black and white portrait where Yağmur's face held calm with a trace of steel, a beauty that asked for no permission and wore no mask. A universal reflection, perhaps. But the subtext, they said, had one clear echo: Sarah Bluma. Only hours earlier, a viral photograph had captured Sarah with Barış. She was laughing, the kind of joy that dares the world to look away, and on her hand flashed a ring that didn't need an explanation. He stood close, arms around her, the image of certainty. Timelines erupted in applause and congratulations, the hallmarks of digital celebration. And then came Yağmur's message, silent thunder at the center of all that glitter. Chance, or answer? The question looped on every broadcast and across every feed. People within Yağmur's orbit whispered that she had kept quiet for an eternity in celebrity time. Even so, those who know her insist the spectacle of Sarah and Baris had unsettled her in a way no headline could disguise. For Yağmur, they repeated, love has to be lived, not staged. She believes in memories more than spotlights, in intimacy more than lenses. Was that a simple thought about life and affection, or was it a thread pulled loose on purpose? Opinions flooded in, because that is the nature of public love stories. The crowd always finds its seat in the front row. The gossip benches went to war. One camp defended Sarah's right to share her joy without being judged for it. Another praised the restraint with which Yağmur had kept her distance from the spectacle all this time. On a live panel, one critic didn't sugarcoat a thing: Yağmur is depth and quiet strength. Sarah is sparkle and show. That caption wasn't random. It was deliberate. Just like that, the discussion stopped being about a photo or a sentence and turned into a painting of two different loves, two styles of feeling, two ways of being seen. And in the eye of the storm stood him, Barış. The cameras searched for a statement, the microphones waited for a word, but Barış chose the route he knew best: silence dressed as composure. At a fan event in Italy, he finally let a single line slip, something so measured it sounded like it had been carved from stone. People love in their own language, he said. I try to listen to mine. The sentence was a mirror. Everyone who looked into it saw what they wanted. To many, it felt like he had nodded toward Yağmur without ever saying her name. To others, it was a shield raised to protect what he has with Sarah, a refusal to let noise dictate his choices. Later that day, his social media offered an image and almost nothing else: a man's silhouette looking out to sea at a horizon the color of slate. Beneath it, a single word: silence. Fans went wild. Thousands of comments landed like raindrops. He's staring at the water, but he's thinking of Yağmur, one wrote. No, another countered, that stillness is for Sarah, his present. The tug-of-war continued as if the tide itself could pick a side. And you, Whispers of Turkish Stars viewer, what do you feel in your gut? Does Barış still carry feelings for Yağmur that won't be boxed up? Or is he simply protecting his relationship with Sarah Bluma from the world's constant noise? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe to Whispers of Turkish Stars, where we watch every flicker, every whisper, every silent step in a story the whole planet is following. But the night did not soothe, it stoked the fire. A few hours after Yağmur's post, Sarah Bluma uploaded a photograph of her own, a scene cut from a glossy dream: scarlet couture, a table for two in a temple of luxury, the diamond on her finger catching every light in the room. Her caption was as short as a blade and just as pointed: some fall for applause, not for hearts. Comment sections burst. Was it a response? A coincidence wreathed in irony? The crowd didn't hesitate: Yağmur speaks, Sarah acts. This is no longer romance, it's a duel with captions. Whispers from Sarah's circle painted a tired portrait. Enough with the comparisons, they said. Enough with shadows cast by people who aren't in the photo. Anytime Yağmur's name comes up, Barış stiffens, someone observed. Sarah loves him. She won't live in anyone's backstage. Another source, a stylist with a front row view of fashion's fiercest rooms, put it more simply: Sarah wants to be his now, not a rerun of what used to be. For Barış, the ground has become a field of hidden glass. People who work with him hint that he hates innuendo and would rather everything be said straight. Still, he knows that both roads lead through him. His silence, even when chosen to keep the peace, is read as allegiance one minute and betrayal the next. In Italy, as he filmed a commercial, paparazzi trailed him from hotel door to studio gate. "Did you see Yağmur's post?" a journalist asked. He smiled, lifted an eyebrow as if weighing what not to say, and walked away. Somehow the smile said more than a paragraph ever could. Just before dawn, when even rumor tries to sleep, Yağmur breathed a new line into the story. She posted a photograph of an open book, the edges soft like something cherished. Beneath it, a sentence that felt like a confession left in the margins: chapters close, the feeling often refuses to vanish. The likes climbed in towers. The comments poured. Sarah may wear the ring, but Yağmur carries the soul, a fan wrote. You can close a door, another said, but hearts don't have reset keys. Without a single name, without tagging anyone, she took hold of the conversation again, as if the quiet itself had chosen her voice. It is impossible to ignore how this triangle breathes. Every gesture is magnified. Every pause is interrogated. Every choice is a headline before it is even a decision. Yağmur shines through restraint, a voice that prefers whispers to fireworks, someone who turns her gaze inward and makes the world lean closer to hear it. Sarah burns bright and hot, all flame and glitter, certain that love deserves a stage rather than a diary. And Barış stands in the overlap, caught between what was and what could be, between nostalgia that visits in the small hours and a promise that glows on a ring finger. Audiences pick sides because that is what audiences do. Yet if you strip away the noise, perhaps no side is entirely wrong, and no heart is totally innocent. Maybe the message tucked inside Yağmur's words is the same message so many of us recognize in our quieter moments. There is the love we present, the love we feel, and the love that remains even after goodbye, stubborn as a heartbeat. Sometimes the camera cannot tell those apart. Sometimes we cannot either. And you, watching us from Whispers of Turkish Stars, where do you stand? Do you think Barış's silence hides a love he cannot say out loud, or is it the careful choice of a man who refuses to let the crowd script his private life? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to support us with your like. If you want to keep up with the fiercest, most intimate stories from the Turkish scene, subscribe to Whispers of Turkish Stars and tap the join button so you won't miss a single turn. Because this isn't just a headline. It's the tale of three hearts that speak without names, three souls that answer in subtleties, three lives that keep meeting between the lines. Before we close, remember what today has shown us through the lives of Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktas. Love that is true does not perform, it endures. It is not a costume, it is a habit of the heart. It is not a spotlight, it is a memory that stays when the theater is empty. And whether you stand with the softness of Yağmur or the blaze of Sarah, whether you read Barış's silence as confession or caution, know that this story is far from over. There will be more photos. More lines written under them. More silence that sounds louder than a speech. And we will be here, by your side, to read those whispers together. Thank you so much for watching my video. See you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.